So hello, I'm Yvonne Buckley. I am a clinical specialist MSK Podiatrist in the HSC, which is like the equivalent of the NHS for those people. Sorry, that was a bit flippant. I mean that in the translation way. So like we're gonna change back to like the cohort I see are not sporty. I haven't seen plantar heel pain in a while. They don't like move too often. Sorry, that sounds so flippant. I'm in the ebb of my life at the moment with this 6 weeks. I haven't seen a patient in 6 weeks, so it's weird to even talk about a foot. Okay, I will waffle otherwise. So we all have that patient who is your favorite patient, who if they DNA, you'll see them again, you won't discharge them. If they cancel, you'll remove them back in. You'll see them even if they're 20 minutes late, and that is my favorite patient. So she's a cool 18-year-old with pink hair. She wears docs. She's got really cool music taste. She's really chic. But she has a gene mutation of the KIF1A gene. It's really rare, it's progressive, and it really presents like CP. For her right limb is predominantly affected. She trips and falls a lot. She has hip pain. She also has stomach neuropathy, swallow neuropathy, and feet and lower limb neuropathy. So 0 out of 10 monofilament. She has reduced reflexes on her right lower limb. She can't really tie laces very well, but that's going to be an issue later on for her. The main thing at the moment is her swallow neuropathy. She's got a big team around her. She's integrated with the Children's Disability Team for physiotherapy. She is under orthopedics and neurology in Cork. So these are some of the traits of the KIF1A mutation. The ones with the stars are the ones that are predominantly affecting my favorite patient. She said I could say her name. Her name's Ellie. She's really cool. If I like you as a patient, you get on very well. If I don't, it's gonna... sensory neuropathy, visual impairment. She's got weakness. And so the aims for her was the hip pain was becoming a big issue. She was going into 6th year at the time. Blisters, she's quite high risk. She also has a non-palpable dorsalis pedis pulse. Her TP is reduced on Doppler. They're all monophasic. She wants to reduce her trips and falls. The physio was very concerned about a leg length discrepancy. I wanted to improve the internal rotation, and because it's rare and progressive, we need to be very flexible for the future, so she needs to be integrated into a service that would see her as a kid and as an adult. So this is her walking. My clinic room's very messy, so, oh, that didn't work. Help. There we go. So on the right side, she has a burnt mark, just so you're aware of that. There's a lot of pelvic obliquity. She's got reduced hip flexion, reduced knee flexion, midfoot and lateral initial contact, forefoot adduction at the terminal stance phase, and she's got very poor torque clearance. I want a gait lab. The HC won't fund for a gait lab, so this is just me in my clinic instead. So I suppose the other things to note, her dorsiflexion power is reduced, her inversion strength is quite weak, her right femur is short, no, her right femur is longer, but it's really functional, the leg length discrepancy, so I'm not that worried about it. So I've known Ellie since 2021, and so initially, because I work for the HC and, you know, I can't go mad on things that I don't think they're going to wear either. So we tried an orthotic first and epoxia, which is your standard, because in 2021 she was having more trips and falls and she was having more of a kind of foot drop presentation without having foot drop. So we said we'd give epoxia a go. It worked for her, it helped her gait, but she hated it. It didn't really work with the aesthetic. And the neuropathy in her fingers was kind of, she had to get her parents to put it on, and that's not really independent for an 18-year-old. So that was my prescription at the time. It was very chill, nothing major, an EVA, semi-rigid, no, semi-flexible actually. She didn't actually like that too much either. She found she had increased callus with it. She didn't have any blisters, thank God, but like it wasn't perfect. So what do we do? Sometimes I just gotta back myself and spend the public money and decide to do a Richie Brace. It was a real sales pitch. Me and Ellen had a really big discussion about like what we were gonna do. We talked about footwear. I sent in like loads of templates of the sock liners of all of her shoes. And my big issue was how do we improve that hip and knee kinematics when she's walking. I had a chat with her physio. Her physio was really cynical about it. I was like, look, I like her. We'll do it. I put in the effort. So we decided to do a Richie Brace standard puff top cover because I love puff. Everyone gets puff. Sulcus length to accommodate a bit more of flexibility with her shoes. Agriflex bottom cover. Everyone gets Agriflex in my world. Just type 1's cast dressing. And the bottom half, I decided, like the leg length was an issue, but she wasn't going to wear it if it didn't fit into her shoes, so I kind of compromised, and I said I'd chuck it in loose. And we did a medial arch suspender as well. So let's see if that goes, woohoo! So this is her wearing it. She's had it for a year at this point. I issued it in 2023 November, and during that summer she was actually in a wheelchair for a while. But so there's increased speed, increased knee flexion. She's got a slightly improved pelvic position, improved toe clearance, and improved terminal swing phase. And the big thing for me was that new valgus moment was reduced, and I think that's really from the medial arch suspender, because I didn't do any posting because I was because she lowers her lateral border so much, I didn't want to be putting extra pressure there, but I wanted to control it, create a supination moment of force with the suspender strap. That's what I think is happening. I just backed myself and this worked. So she loves me now. She hasn't fallen in a whole year. She's had no hip pain for the last year. She came in September. She was 20 minutes late, but I still saw her. She didn't want me to change anything. She just wanted it to be refurbed. She just wanted the Velcro straps. She's going into college. She wears it on nights out. She's like, because it helps her so much, she doesn't care about the style anymore. She'll style it out. And yeah, so she's happy, so I'm happy. So ipso facto, thank you.